This is a quick analysis of the new QTMP fleet preview that we were given on the other night on 7 News Wide Bay. What we're now going to do is we're going to take away the test image and we are going to have a look / analyze what we can see in the preview. Just got to make sure this is all good and well. Perfect. Alright, let's have a look.
A first look into Queensland's next generation of trains.
We now have a full-scale replica of the new QTMP trains on site at Geebung in Brisbane.
It's a replica of what will be produced at...
So right off the bat, we're given a cab. We're given a cab shot, which looks slightly similar to the next generation rolling stock, the NGR 700 series, except the desk looks a little more thin. Like it looks less aimed towards the chest, so you can actually properly sit forward. And judging by this view here, we're not exactly shown a throttle or a brake lever or any of the other traditional methods of propulsion. They might be hidden behind the cabinet just on the left there, but we've got more than enough screens. We've got the emergency stop buttons as well as the door operating releases and cab phones as well. Hopefully once the mock-up becomes public so people can go have a look at this, might see if I can manage to somehow convince them to let me in and document the mock-up.
The future Torbenley train manufacturing site.
That full-scale replica manufactured right here in Maryborough by All Weld did a fantastic job.
The 38-metre mock-up is being used to test accessibility features before 65 new trains are built for Brisbane's rail network, bringing good news after recent job loss speculation at Downer.
The jobs attached to the manufacture of these 65 trains.
See if you can figure out what's different in here. I might as well just tell you. So we're talking mid-left. We've got the destination screen in the middle there, the passenger interface screen. It looks like they've implemented a TFT sort of feature. This will most likely have a route map on it, which I myself have animated at one point, and I will throw that up towards the end of the video. But also, have a look at the unit numbers. Car 5801. So it looks like we're going to be saying hello to the 800 series of electric fleet in Queensland. So we've got the NGR 700s, which sort of kick-started the whole European modern design, as well as now we've got the 800, which is obviously the next step upwards in terms of pneumatics. However, have a look at the seats as well. It looks like they haven't learnt from the NGR series and they've provided little to no padding, but they have also implemented the high back seats which were present in the NGR fleet. Also, it does look very clean on the inside as well. Like obviously it's going to look clean because it's new, but it looks very sort of flash, very sort of modern. Like you've got your whites and your greys, and you've got your red seats that sort of stand out, and you've got your yellow high visibility bars which are present on all electric fleet in Queensland. Hopefully they do sort of improve on the cushioning down the bottom here, because I can tell you right now, if these are going to be used on interurban services, which is highly both likely and unlikely at this stage, I would rather have a little bit more comfort over functionality. Like, I do understand that having less fabric means less cleaning, but at the same time you want your passengers to be able to ride in a somewhat standard level of comfort rather than sitting on a concrete brick.
Are secure. 1,300 jobs across the life of this particular project, and of course when it's finished, 200 blue collar worker jobs, 100 white collar jobs ongoingly.
The new train...
It seems that we may not have door buttons. I'm seeing this tiny little stretch here which could also resemble a button. But if we sort of fly backwards towards the external view that they gave us, yes, no, correct, I stand corrected, they do have door buttons, they've just covered them up on the mock-up. So we're going to go back over here, we're going to resume as normal. Scratch that.
Designed to be Queensland's most accessible, set to exceed national standards and cater for all passengers.
Those people with mobility.
So, again, we have our standard Queensland Rail sort of decaling over here. I find it quite hilarious that they use the old TransLink, even though they are very much opposed to having old branding laying around. But again, looks like we have these LEDs as well, like these this LED strip on the corner here, which sort of indicates which side, like which doors are open. I'm very curious to know whether these LEDs will dim during travel, but we've also got our side destination screens, which were present on the 700 series and not any others before. So the maroon stripe on the top kind of gives me old SMU 260 vibes, but the smooth, sleek metal plating below the windows is giving me like NGR vibes. So can't wait to actually see these become full circle, open for public viewing. I'll take time off work to go see this, because this is actually a project that's interested me for a while.
Issues, we want them to come and test these trains, to assess these trains. We want their feedback to make sure that we've covered off on every single issue that they might have. Provision to store your bike on the train, your prams on the train, that type of thing. There's plenty of space.
The first trains are expected to hit the tracks in 2027. Hannah Watt, 7 News.
So that was the news coverage that we got quite a while ago. But what I'll do now is I'll quickly patch up the standby, and then I'll see if I can try and find the demo PID screen that I did up at one point. It should be in my videos somewhere. Yep, here it is. So this, perfect. So what this was a demo idea for a PID system on board the new Queensland Rail fleet. So what it would have like a route map on it, color coded as normal. So I believe this route is sort of like a city loop, Northgate. So it would go like Roma Street, Sherwood, Tennyson, Urongpili, Bogo Road, Park Road, all the way through Roma Street again, and then off to Northgate. But I have on the top here, I've got, you know, your stations in your bold Arial font, and down below I've also got services that you can change for, like high frequency, high popular services like the M1, M2, and the Ipswich, Springfield, Beenleigh, and I'll give you a whack and see what you reckon of this one. I thought I'd just throw that little tidbit in there, just for lols. But so this is our first view of the 800 class EMUs for Queensland. Hopefully, we get more coverage coming up within the next couple of months. You know, you've got your stakeholders, and you've got your safety advisors, and all that sort of rah-rah. Hopefully, they bring it out to the public soon. Maybe we may see it at a model train show at one point. We might even see it at the Ekka at some stage. Probably not this year, but maybe next year. But yeah, if I hear anything, I'll definitely holler out on my socials. But other than that, that's as much as we've got for today. So thank you so much just for watching this very small video. We're currently 10 minutes into this thing. Look at that. But yeah, I'm always trash at ending videos, so just leave a like, subscribe,